Hello, people of the internet. It's Mr. Bloodedge once again, and I welcome myself back. And we are back to off after 17 years. It's actually gotten a proper remake and re release. So we're going to enjoy this journey together. I know I haven't been around for a while, but that's because, well, I've been having financial issues, and, well, I'm still having financial issues with not having a proper job and all that. It's my own issues, but I do have a coffee up if you guys want to help out. At least to, get me more than just some groceries, because unfortunately I was unable to really buy anything. I had to pay for my electric bill and all that. Texas summer is really bad, so if you guys want to help out, there is that link that I showed you earlier. But yeah, let's go. You may notice that there's a continue option here. I tried recording earlier, but the issue is like the volume was way higher than I thought it would be. So hopefully it evens out and it's going to sound good now. So we're going to go through this. We're going to enjoy it, and I'm going to try my best to, keep keep the awe that I had before. But to be fair, I did play the prologue. So let's begin. So unproductive fun time. Mortis Ghost. They actually have it's a proper translation now. Like, the original game was made in French, but now they probably made it with, like, actual English speakers. So lines are probably going to be a bit different, but caution, it is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public, or maybe not. I'm Mr. B. Your name is Mr. B. Yes, I am a boy. Alright, welcome, Mr. B. You have been assigned to a being called the Batter. The Batter is on a mission. Be sure that it is accomplished. Also, this just came out today, guys. Right now it is on sale at Steam for like around $12. It's gonna be $14.99 normally, and I do believe it's being released on Switch as well. So, support the makers. This is a good game, and I'd like you guys to play it along with me, but we'll see. We will let you off both out on Zone Zero. Good luck. For more information, find the one called The Judge. Oh, the only thing I hate is I'm gonna have to reread all the stuff that I just read, but nothing we can do about it. Like I said, it was way too loud. To move my body, use L. To interact with the environment, use A. So, yep, now it's got a proper control scheme. There's a help button. Oh, if you hold help. Actually, I didn't try this earlier, but if you hold this, it just tells you what you should do. But here's the menu. As you see, they've gone past the typical RPG Maker menu and made something unique for it, which actually looks very nice. Like, we got our Batter, he's a Savior class, he's a Purifier, and yeah, we just see his stats here. We've got the competence for his skills, you got this little nice Batter art, and well, as you get other add-ons, we're going to see those, I'm sure. Items, equipment, we only have the bat, so I can't do anything here. Here's the options, including the art that we see on our sides here. You can make it dynamic or none. Zone Zero. And there's some other ones that I unlocked with the prologue, but I'm not going to spoil those for you. And, yes, let us go. Zone Zero, with this lovely new Zone Zero art. Everything's been remade, and there's a lot of new music made. Toby Fox did some work with this. There can be no let me do the proper voice. There can be no living beings in Zone Zero, I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the judge, and I'm aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. I'm the Batter. I've been entrusted to a sacred mission. Delighted, I'm sure, but I am not addressing the body, only the soul that it harbors. What is your name, controller? His name is Mr. B. He can't talk to us. However, he can see and hear everything. Although to me you are nothing more than an imaginary spectre, I must say that I am delighted to make your acquaintances as well, my dear Mr. B. I believe we need your help. Many people require my services, you know. Everybody loves cats. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in the most insistent manner. They adore that. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see, but what sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. I must purify the world. There's no objective more laudable. Therefore, I agree to serve as your guide through this place, if I may be of any assistance. Thanks. Alright, so we're gonna follow Pablo. Not gonna enter here yet because it's gonna be a password that we need in a minute, so I'm gonna keep my brain fresh. A luck ticket has been found. First, we have a few things to go through, like our combat tutorial. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. Might you be, in fact, be a person of flesh and blood? I think so. So I was mistaken from the first, and you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquying. I think that's soliloquying. I must say, this is really quite strange. You are the first living being I have ever met in this place. I concluded, therefore, that Zone 0 was empty. It's all too obvious that I was mistaken. Now then, there are other zones. In those territories, you may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Your sacred mission may well lead you to those places. Will you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Unfortunately I will. I already did this earlier, but like I said, too loud. This is the battle screen. As you can see, you will find yourself placed on the right side of the screen. Meanwhile, your opponent, in this case your humble servant, will be placed on the left, positioned appropriately for single combat. Just a little, thing. I love how they changed, the battle screen, because look at the bottom. It used to be just numbers and names, and now we have the batter with his lovely little art. He got his 100 HP and 100's competence, and that looks like an active time bar. As battles begin, you will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence, and objects. Naturally, attack allows you to engage your opponent in the classical manner. Now it's time to put the theory into practice. Choose the word attack from the menu undulating before you, and then select my form to slay me with your bat. Now, it's going up, and look at this new menu. It isn't just like a bit of text. It's brought up nice and center, got a good look to it, nice contrast with the background. Let's hit the judge with a bat. 26. Excellent, my dear sportive companion. Remember that the impact of your assault is determined by the level of both the batter and his opponent. Your iron volition may result in the occasional critical strike. This will cause the teeth to fly in heaps, I am sure. When you're ready, strike again. Now look at the batter's active time bar on the bottom. It's now electrified, and now my screen is electrified, and this is just a little hint that you are going to do a critical attack, which is nice to know that you're doing it. Also, you see that little diamond next to the judge is filling up. You can that is a lovely little change. Oh crap, I think my mic messed up for a second. I hope not, but let's do this. Now that definitely did mess up, but I'm trying to fix this a little bit because I think I'm having issues with the audio jack on this, but let's go. There you go. It is also possible for you or your adversaries to slightly avoid the offensive moves you exchange. Just as it is your goal to purify these specters, they wish to eliminate you. You may guard against such feeble attempts. Choose defend and protect yourself from one of my dastardly blows. Okay, so I took 33, so the judge is at critical right now, so we're going to defend. Now once more, if you'd be so kind to prove your mastery of defense. See, that just did 6. We do it again. This is going to be for a regular attack. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous vicissitudes of the playing field. Do not fret. You can recover from these grievous injuries. Competence permits you to use one of your special talents. Objects grants you access to the inventory you are carrying. Now, let us attempt to utilize an object. Take this luck ticket and graciously use it on the batter's person. I shall. Okay, he does nothing. We use a luck ticket. Nice. Impeccable. Your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy, my friend. But there's one thing we have not yet addressed. I'm speaking, of course, of your competences. Speaking generally, they are special moves that trigger surprising effects. For example, a competence might trigger an unusually powerful attack or induce a resurgence of health points. In any case, you must remember that using a competence will incur some degree of competence loss. So I suggest you wield these skills in parsimony. With competence costs exhausted, you will find heavy assaults impossible to carry out. If by some mischance you cross swords with a more than worthy opponent before recovering it, victory will be uncertain at best. Now then, let us try one. Choose competence and then run with courage, a skill calibrated to brutalize your enemies. So I'm going to do this. As you can see, a run with courage. It's a metal attack effective against most specters. I'm going to use this wide angle just to see the judge. cryptic feline of odd appearance. Unable to detect type, no weaknesses detected. No, 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 you really have not understood me at all. It makes one tear one's hair out. I will repeat myself. Open widely your ears. Okay. I did that on purpose. I knew he was going to complain at us, but I also didn't see the judge, so... Boop! Now you've mastered not only this competence, but the very art of combat. You must remember that there is a cost of showing your steely resolve in this way. Your sacred mission will depend on your mastery of these abilities. The confrontation ends theoretically when the health points of you and your confreres, or those of your opponents fail to zero. Do take care of your health if you are hoping to pursue a career in purification. Okay. We gained some XP, which is nice that they actually give you some experience in this. Now you're ready to dispose of all the impure obstacles standing between you and the success of your luminous mission, provided that your intelligence is as advanced as your undeniable capacity for raining bat blows upon an innocent cat. At all cases, your training has not reached its end. Please do follow me, and if you would like my guidance a little longer. So I'm going to here. Now you can see here on the wall, quite peculiar. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, boop, boop. Ah yes, passing through here will require the careful operation of your cerebral apparatus, you know, the one bathing limply in your languid cranium. I believe that these floating blocks correspond in some way or another to the symbols you see before you on the wall. Yes. And then we do it again. But this one, it's more like numbered, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You keep that in mind. Is there a problem, charming hero? I cannot do everything for you. I'm not your father, after all. But if I might offer a suggestion, perhaps you could try to activate some of these floating blocks more than once if it proves necessary. Come now, solve this intriguing obstacle for me post-haste. I will wish to rejoin the ground floor as soon as possible. So, 1, 2, 6, 8, 2, 3. Oop. Sorry about that, you gotta love family. Ah, finally, after all our excitations, the eagerly awaited recompense arrives upon the scene. Alright, so I need to head back, because I can't get to the ground floor, from the other way, because, well, that's gonna unlock it. Oh, that is crap. I didn't realize going there unlocks. Okay, fine. Silver flesh. So here's the password. 4482870. So 4482870. So 4482870. There you go. Crunch, nom nom crunch. Let's go. Now feast your eyes upon an accessory that will prove especially useful on your purifying quest, my enlightened student and sportive friend. It is a cube floating in the air, as you would no doubt noticed. Nevertheless, you'll be able to distinguish it from its fellows by the tasteless contrast forced upon your gaze by its clashing colors, which defy any sensible theory of the visual arts. Do not judge it too quickly, however, for in spite of its questionable appearance, this red cube possesses an undeniable utility. In addition to restoring your health and competence points in their entirety, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you into the nothingness. The nothingness is a place of transition outside space itself, where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. I invite you to try it for yourself in order to discover regions more populous than this deserted place. Open your wings, my dear companion, and fly towards the zones ahead without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grip you. Okay. Do not worry, I too travel widely across the zones of this world. I am certain we will meet again. Ah yes, by the by, take this. This curiously named item is the key that will grant you entry to Zone 1. Have I explained to you that at any moment you can examine yourself in your inventory by pressing start? The Leo card has been found. Go on, I invite you to try activating the floating cube behind you. So, we're gonna save. Ignore these saves. Like I said, that was the old bad audio. Turn into nothingness. Now listen carefully. Let's see if this is the original music, because I'm still not sure. But also, on the world map, look towards the flowers. Back to the nothingness? Yes. See, that flower opened up. I don't remember if it did it in the original version. But this is still definitely the original map. I may have turned down the music a little too much for myself. I'm sure it sounds fine to you. I kind of... Oh, wait, there you go. It's building up. I'm not sure if it's the same kind, but it's very similar and very creepy. Zone 3, Zone 2. It's not letting me see where the room is, so that might open up when these are done. Which is neat that they've actually put some animations here. Welcome to Zone 1, and our little pillar arts have changed. I'm gonna save just in case. This is brand new, so I did crash the first time. Just be careful in moving through the status menu. Especially, I think maybe it's because I didn't have all the characters, but it crashed when I messed around with it. But here we go. Tramway 1 is a very convenient way to travel between all the different regions of Zone 1. We're Nelson, but let us go to Damien. And now we get to see the Zone 1 art, which lovely represents the smoke mines we're going to be spending a lot of time in. Also, I don't know if I said this, but I'm planning on cutting the episodes at half their usual time, about 30 minutes, just so they're not running a little too long. Hopefully, people will be more willing to watch them, because the Metal Wolf Chaos didn't do so well, so I'm thinking maybe they were a bit too long, so let's cut it down. And hopefully people will watch this, but I hope you are enjoying this so far. Tramway 2 hasn't run for a very long time. But here, okay, we're in Damien, and now we get an explanation. A visitor. Welcome to the smoke mines. May I ask who you are? Are you an inspector? No, I'm the Batter. I've come to exterminate the impure spirits. The Batter? The impure spirits? Are you some sort of prophet? Maybe a man of faith? Yes, something like that. Who sent you? Nobody. I'm being led by Mr. B. Oh, I don't know him. He must be part of the senior management. In any case, that's good. That means they approved our requests. Come with me. I'll explain your assignment. And you quiet, Goblin. He's barking in the background, being a bad boy. But they got the classic art. You are here in the smoke mines of Damien, in the south of Zone Number 1. And you see, it is a little different with the wording, because, well, they probably had proper English speakers doing this instead of, like, doing I don't know if it was a Google Translate or something, but it does sound a little different. Here, we send laborers into deep tunnels to unearth metal from the ground, freeing trapped smoke from the depths. Okay. And again, Google Translate might explain why it sounded so weird, but did Google Translate exist in 2008, 2010? Using various tools, we put some of it into bottles, which the Queen sends to the other zones. I say 2010 because I feel like that's when the English translation came out, but I might be wrong. The rest of it flows freely and forms the airs that our lungs inhale and exhale, so we can live. Petting dog with one hand, playing this with the other. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. Ah, yes, the very important first of the 4 elements. Because without smoke, people would have nothing to breathe. There we are, and so, well, how do I put this? Where are the impure spirits? Yes, there we go. There are many specters in the mines, and they're getting more and more aggressive. But, in fact, it would be better if you didn't go there, because the regulations forbid visitors from accessing the smoke mines. So, here's what we're gonna do. There's an annex in the mines that no one ever visits, but a miner went in there some time ago. He says he saw something strange. Nothing like the usual. So I thought maybe that's the leader of the specters. So there we are. If you accept, you'll go into the annex and kill the leader of the specters. Then the specters will disappear and we can do our jobs again. There we go. Do you have any questions? No. Great. Impeccable. The tunnel's right down there. And I'll wait for you here. Well, do you understand? You go down into the annex and kill the leader of the specters. Then, after you're done, we can get back to work. That would be great. Alright, buddy. Alright, time to talk to Pablo. Hey, Pablo. Well, who do we have here? Is that not Mr. B and his charming jumping jack the Batter? Are you the leader of the specters? No, certainly not. I'm only passing through, not unlike the smoke which is extracted from this pale and metallic place. Now, after I got Alpha, I did make it crash with the status screen, so I don't know if it's this area specific, but be careful. However, I believe I know where the one you take for an ectoplasm can be found. To tell the truth, I am perplexed. I believe this is one of those peculiar things which is called a spherical add-on. I've tried to appropriate it myself, but the operation has failed repeatedly. But I am thinking perhaps you, who are not of a physical order of things, could succeed in binding this spiritual entity to your own. Okay. I invite you to attempt to retrieve the spherical add-on floating up and down just behind my hairy derriere. Add-on Alpha. What an exceptionally intriguing phenomenon. I must admit that I remain perplexed by this unexpected metaphysical reaction. Well then, since it has chosen to accompany you, I can only advise you just make the best possible use of it. Okay. The leader of the Spectres isn't here. I fear I must respond with my sincerest apologies in the negative. Save for this add-on, I have not crossed paths with a single moving soul. There's nothing here. It's just the sort of place for which I have a peculiar affection. What you seek is certainly located elsewhere. Alright, let's go to the mines. You returned, so have you, killed the leader of the Spectres? No, it wasn't there. Really? Damn. Oh gosh. I guess I'll just have to let you enter the main gorges in that case, but, the regulations prohibit it. Alright, I suppose this would be an extraordinary case as defined in paragraph 5, so, good. Well, the primary mines are on the right. There. Will you find the leader of the Spectres? Well, it would be great if possible. Well, yes, it would be great. Alright, let's go in here. Grab our thingy. Luck ticket. Soon I'll be promoted. I could do surveillance in Alma. I can't wait for that day to arrive. Good job, buddy. I think the stick works better. I was using the D-pad, but I think... yeah, stick's better. There are phantoms down there. They keep us from doing our jobs properly. But this is my break time anyway. Okay, buddy. What are you doing here? Are you one of the mine inspectors? I guess I am. You've come to eliminate the Spectres? That's good news. Lamps don't always work in the furthest corridors, and since everything looks the same around here, it's easy to get lost. There are phantoms in the tunnels. Be careful, sir. Besides, who let you in here? The regulations normally prohibit visitors from outside. Alright. And we got the pillar art that I got here from the prologue. Let us go. It's time for our first fight. Show yourselves, corrupted children. I'm the voice of forgiveness, come to eliminate your wretched foes. Well, I'm surrounded. Prepare yourselves to suffer my judgment. And here's the biggest change I've noticed. They got rid of pepper steak, folks. Toby didn't want to do it, though. Toby Fox didn't want to do it, apparently. And just, like... he wanted to more just, like, respect it, keep it the same, but they wanted to change it. So this is kind of like a homage. They even made, like, fake jazz to get samples from, but... it's okay, but it's not pepper steak. That's one of the first iffies for me. Mysterious ectoplasmic incarnation, unable to detect type. No weaknesses detected, because it is very weak. So we're going to take out this one. There we go. Ow, ow, ow. Take this guy out before he does anything. Beautiful. Oh, I was aiming at the wrong one. Beautiful. See, so as long as we're strategic about where we aim, we can stop attacks before they happen. Which is a nice way to, like, save some damage there. Beautiful. Then just take this guy out. And we're good. Adversaries purified. I like that. 400 experience. And there's even a nice little animation. That wasn't there before. This add-on is fighting by my side. That's useful. Let's purify the other galleries. So let us heal and save. Beautiful. And let us go. So there's not too many little hidden spots, so we're gonna grab this. Joker been found. That's like a phoenix down. I'm working. I'm being productive. I'm sure you are, little guy. I'm gonna go up first. Okay. Are these still more common ones? Yeah, they're common. And then we take out this one. Don't like that I just suddenly got critted. Okay, so Alpha's not as physically strong as me, but we'll deal with that. try to be careful. Yeah, 14 to 25. But also, look, Batter, Savior, Purifier, Alpha, Father add-on. So I'm wondering if the other two will be like Son and Holy Spirit. That'd be interesting. So let's go up. Grab this. Belial's meat. Let's go. And there's a little hidden path. Ah! I remember you guys. Severed head floating in the air. Magnolia. Unable to detect type, resist metal, weak to smoke. Well, I'm not going to use metal, so I think we're good. Finish her up. Chronic migraine makes us lethargic. I think that's kind of like slow. Yeah, I feel like it is slow. But there we go. 200 XP, 40 credits. Let's go. So, we want to go down here, as always, because there's a little secret path. And this is different, too. There's a strange switch on this lamp. Activate. Door open. Instead of, like, turning the switch off, like normally. We're safe here, but we'll have to try to escape once we run out of meat. Why did you open the door? The specters are gonna attack us! Leave! Leave us right now! The regulations prohibit outside visitors in the main galleries. Get out! Well, I'm gonna grab this Belial's meat and I'm gonna get going. Belial's meat is like a remedy and a Suna, Panacea, just like a full status heal. So we just want to have that just in case. But now let's head on out. And this is about where I stopped last time. What? Did you come from the smoke mines? Yes. But it's full of specters in there. Yes. Are you a specter? No. Then who are you? Were you sent here by the Queen or by Daedon? No. But you still don't know how to fight the specters. You could destroy them? Yes. Oh, that would be great. There are specters in the big barns. Barns? Yes. And here's another spiel with another important element. You're here at the metal farmsteads of Pentel on the east side of Zone 1. Yes, where we harvest the cow rocks. Our job is to cut the livestock in two and extract the metallic rocks from inside the carcasses. Why do you grow, like, metal in you guys? Why the rocks? All the low-grade metal is discarded, forming the ground we walk on. So, where did the original ground came from? Because there had to be ground before for the cows to make rocks. The rest is purified and worked to create objects. Some of it is loaded into crates and sent to the other zones also, so that they can have objects in ground too, I guess. Yeah, that sounds different than the original, I want to say. I don't know the exact wording, but it's definitely different. It is an essential element, the first of the 4 elements, so it's always going to be the same. Which is beautiful, it's part of the nature of it. Because without metal, people would have nothing to walk on, and they would sink and drown. There, and so there are specters in the big barns. I must purify the mines first. Yes, but the barns aren't that big, and, it would be good if you took care of them fast, because the Queen's inspector's gonna arrive at any moment. So, please, could you do the barns first? Alright. Great. Thank you so much. The barns are over there, to the right. They aren't big at all, you'll see. It'll be done super quickly. The barns are just over to your right. And then if we go in here, this guy's looking at cows. I'd rather work here than in the smoke mines. At least we get some fresh air. You shouldn't get attached to the animals. Once you are, it's difficult to put your hands inside. That is, little buddy. Also, fresh air hunt, you literally breathe smoke, and the smoke comes from the underground, so it's the freshest down there, isn't it? Huh? 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 Get a pickaxe, get to work. Ooh. Okay. Look at the rocks. These balls are heaps of worked metal, which are going to be sent to other zones. They're, metallic. Yes, they are. You're going to destroy the specters? Hurry up, we're expecting the Queen's inspector in any moment. Lastly, it's important to pay close attention to the nutrition of the animals if you want high-quality metal. So there we go. I'm gonna call it for now because, like I said, I'm gonna make about 30-minute episodes just to, not overdo it for too long. But I thank you for joining me today. It's good to be back, and I do expect to be doing other games, but I'm definitely doing a full playthrough of Off, no questions asked. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to the stuff that I left before, but I mean maybe. We'll have to see. See what you guys think about it. You let me know in the comments. But yeah, once again, I'm gonna try to get back into the beat of it, but I'm still battling with depression and just money trouble. So if you guys are willing to help out, like I said, I posted a coffee, so and any support would be appreciated, even if it's just for like some food and stuff, or if you want me to buy specific games to play, I'll definitely do that for you. You just let me know. But as always, thank you for joining me today. Like, comment, subscribe as usual. But you guys have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. It's good to be back. Bye for now, guys.